Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Capitalist here on behalf of SESN on SBC, bringing it to you live from Wichita. It is the Chicago Breeze taking on the Wichita Wizards in Game 13 of the Korean League. I'm joined here by user, broadcast engineer, someone saying hi to me in the Roblox chat. Hello to you. Let's just do a brief dive into yesterday's competition, starting off with the away side Chicago Breeze, a second game on the road, this time in Wichita. They were on the Pacific Coast with Anaheim last night. They were down 8-3 in the sixth inning, but then they battled all the way back. It was the PM Fishies who tied the game in the top half of the ninth with a full count, bases loaded, 2-out walk. But the reliever Aiden, who pitched 3 innings, a scoreless ball before that, couldn't hold on, gave up a walk-off 2-run home run to the Anaheim playing manager Noobwave, and subsequently they fall to 9-3, second place on run differential with 39. But once again, the PM is Fishies. Now for the Wichita Wizards, they are 7-5. They are fourth. They have the third best run differential at 28. Last night they beat the St. Louis Archers 7-3 and puts them now at 2-2 in their last 4 games. They would be 3-1 if Milo didn't fan all while they were leading the LA Reapers. And the PM of that team is AJ. So let's just briefly jump around scores from Major League Baseball. Almost every game done. There's only one game left to play. In Washington, Washington Nationals finished their 3-game sweep of the Cincinnati Reds by a score of 7-1. New York Mets continued their winning ways after the trade deadline. They beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 11-1. In Philadelphia, the Phillies came from behind over the Toronto Blue Jays by the score of 7-6. In Kansas City, Chicago Cubs thromped the Royals. Matthew Boyd, I think he went 7 innings as the Cubs beat Kansas City 10-2. It was a rain delay in Southside Chicago, but the game was played. Both starters taken out after 1 inning as a result of the rain delay, but the Chicago White Sox ended on top of the Cleveland Guardians by a score of 5-3. In Arlington, no rain delay there. It's a closed roof stadium. Baltimore Orioles beat the Texas Rangers by a score of 10-5. In Seattle, it was Tampa continuing to top the American League East. I believe they're the first team to 25 games above 500 as they beat the Seattle Mariners by a score of 4-1. In Boston, Athletics actually ended up splitting the series, the 4-game series, with the Red Sox. Athletics were behind, but they came back on top late to win 4-3. In the Bronx, New York, it was a extra innings affair. Atlanta Braves edged out over the Yankees 2-1 in the 10th inning. In Miami, no extra innings there. Marlins were dominant throughout the entire game. They beat the Los Angeles Angels 12-3. In Milwaukee, it was a tight one with a wildcard contending team in the Minnesota Twins. The Brewers edged out 4-3 winners. In St. Louis, it was St. Louis continuing to try to hold on, battle for that last wildcard seed. They got the job done against the Colorado Rockies today, 7-4. In San Francisco, it's 2 teams out of the playoff hunt. Tigers and the Giants had a good pitcher's duel between Logan Webb and Montero, I think. Anyways, the Tigers won 3-1. And in Arizona, the Dodgers are continuing their slide. They won yesterday in extra innings, but that's their only win in the past 9 games as they lost tonight 4-2. Only game left to play, Houston and San Diego. It's going to be another tough one. The San Diego Padres just held on yesterday 3-2. That game at 8:20 Eastern Time, so 16 minutes from now. Well, everyone is almost here. It seems Fishies has changed his username to Leif the Goat. Pretty controversial take by the PM after losing last night, but I'll let the baseball do the talking. So, once again, we have a competition between 2 good teams here in the Chicago Breeze and the Wichita Wizards. Chicago, of course, You could say they're tied for first, though nominally they're second on that run differential. Behind to Anaheim, they traded places with 41 run differential now for Anaheim, 39 for Chicago, as I mentioned before. Uh, it's a it's a little tough. They're 1-3 in their last 4 games, 2-5 if you go to 5, and it's just safe to say that their early season success isn't really panning out right now. I think they need a little bit of a reset, a regrouping to get back on their winning ways. Now for Wichita, they're still hanging on. They could always go to first. Only 2 games out, of course. About a little more than halfway of the season played. 7-5 is still a pretty good record in this league. One of 3 teams only to have a plus run differential. Team behind them, LA Reapers, have a negative 28 run differential. Once again, Wichita third best with plus 28. So, as I touted on earlier last night, not necessarily the best pitching league around. I've seen a couple complete game shutouts, but those are far and fewer between. Well, expect another home run derby tonight. I think we saw it was 2 off Nishino. That's right. Nishino was the starting pitcher for Anaheim, and 3 off Fishies, not to mention the home runs off the relievers Freeman and Aiden. Well, Kauffman Stadium has loaded up here, and we're about underway for KPB Baseball. Once again, Capitalist here at the microphone, joined with User. He's going to operate the scoreboard tonight. Still missing Morgana. He's a little busy, but I'll be on the air once again. I'll be at the OFL game later tonight. If I had to guess a winner today, I would still say the 1 seed will trump the 4 here, excuse me, in the Chicago Breeze. I mean, with the Chicago Breeze as the winners, rather. Both teams have had their pitching difficulties. I know Wichita's was heavily touted by the pundits. They just really need more pitching. I don't know if the Wichita PM is going to be here. If any of you read the Roblox chat, doesn't seem to be the case. So he still doesn't know who Goldbridge is, though. So it's kind of sad. Just waiting still. Seems like everyone wants to be a catcher. Take this opportunity to say that this broadcast is brought to you by Goldbridge Landscaping Company, the finest groundskeepers in all the land. Head groundskeeping consultants at 13 of the 30 Major League parks, and of course, the head groundskeeping consultant of the KPB. So we have our starting pitcher for Wichita. We have our leadoff batter for the Breeze. It's Aiden, who was a losing pitcher last night in relief. Pitched 3 scoreless once again, but in the 9th gave up the walk-off 2-run home run to the Anaheim playing manager, Noob Waves. Well, doesn't look like it's going to be mop blocks. Always seems like a fracas, like a public servant. Now BDF steps on the mound. Everyone walks away. BDF steps off. Looks like Wichita have brought a full accoutrement here today. They have all 9. Let's see how many the Breeze have. They have 10. Not bad. Yesterday, of course, both teams, the Anaheim Stars and the Breeze, were playing short-handed. but not too badly. I think Anaheim at the lowest had 7 and Chicago at the lowest had 8. Well, it is going to be BDF to throw the first pitch. Left-hander is ready. And it's on the outside corner for called strike one. Welcome to KPB Baseball. First pitch at 7:10 local time. BDF comes with the 0-1 pitch, and that one's hit sky high center field. Dami giving chase at short. He's not going to get it. It's going to be a leadoff Texas League bloop single for Aiden. Continuing his hitting ways. Here comes Seagulls. 1 for 5 last night with a triple and an RBI groundout. So, of course, with the absenteeism of main league, a lot of these great players taking their practice to these other leagues, KPB, HBO, as Seagulls takes low, ball 1, hard hook at his kneecaps, or below his kneecaps, rather his ankles. Here comes the 1-0, and it's on the high and outside corner for called strike one, evens the count at 1-1. Dancing off first is Aiden. Still no score, of course, top half of the first. The 1-1 is hit in the air, left field. This one is going to be played off the hop, and everybody's safe. First and second, still nobody out. And here comes Drum. Had a good day yesterday as the leadoff batter for the Chicago Breeze. He ended up going 3 for 6, 2 singles, a double, and 2 runs scored. BDF steps off. He's checking who's on deck. Well, with the team as talented as Chicago Breeze, there's really no leeway. Maybe until you get to the bottom of the order. But everyone contributed on both sides yesterday as Drum takes outside ball 1. Southpaw's ready with the 1-0 pitch, and that one's high in the zone. Called strike one, evens the count at 1-1. Tough situation to wake up your team as the 1-1 pitch is taken inside, 2-1. Normally you want to have a lighter first inning, but BDF already in trouble here after only 2 batters faced. And a dangerous one up here in the 3-hole. 2-1 pitch is low and away, 3-1, and here's count here for Drum. This could be danger early on. BDF's going to take a little more time with this pitch. Again, a runner in scoring position already on a pair of bloop singles. The 3-1 pitch is hit well left field. This one's also getting down. Oh, off with the pitch was Aiden. Off with the pitch was Seagulls. Aiden is already going to score. Seagulls pulls into third. It's going to be second and third. And we have a 1-0 ball game already with nobody out and Fishies coming up. So, RBI double gets the job done by Drum and breaks this ball game open. 1-0 Chicago. And another dangerous bat coming up in Fishies. Now, Fishies, it's going to take me a second to read the line score properly because of all the people coming and going. But he had a couple of base hits, a couple of runs scored, but most importantly, he had the RBI walk that tied the game in the top half of the 9th, made it 8-8. 1-0 pitch is in there for called strike one, even the count. Said that a couple times already. BDF ready with that 1-1 pitch, and he finds the zone again, 1-2 the count. Just wiggled in, and I'd say a mid-speed hook. Lefty's ready, and he comes to the plate. And that one just missed the corner, high and out. Even the count at 2-2. Runner at third is Seagulls, and the runner at second is Drum. BDF taking a little more time. Here's the pitch. And it's hit in the air, left field. This one is carrying far. This one's going back in the bullpen and gone for a 3-run home run. Well, it's almost as if the Chicago Breeze have started out with a 4-0 score before pitch was thrown, but it's 4 batters come to the plate and 4 batters are home. Wow, that looked like another get me over pitch from BDF. He's had to throw a couple of those. Has been finding the zone very well. 3-run home run once again makes it 4-0. And it looks like BDF is going to be done just like that. Here is the IPU Season 8 graduate Bassi. Found a draft selection with the Arizona Diamondbacks, Arizona Firebirds last ML season. Wichita going to figure out who's going to pitch. Let's see if BDF left the game. BDF did, in fact, leave the game. Oh, he's still here. My apologies. It's probably not going to be legendary Loki Buster on the mound. I imagine they're going to go with someone else. Well, BDF does not get a single out. Bassi calls time. Now Bassi was in Season 8 on that ill-fabled St. Louis Archers Fubon Guardians team. Still managed to have a great year both on the mound and batting. Well, legendary Loki Buster has thrown a ball 1 pitch, and he's been fanned. As the count evens out at 1-1, through a little bit of a ghost fork. I don't think that's how Kodai Senga intended to be thrown. So he's gone again. It's going to be BDF back on the mound. It is. Everyone is running away. As he steps out again, and he steps in. Oh, don't they have to reset the count?
Cappy, they're asking if you can
I just did it.
pass them on. That's all right. Good.
All right. Well, having to officiate just like IPU Season 8. Bases empty, 4-0 game here. Chicago Breeze yet to record an out, as that one is fouled to the third base side out of play, and the count goes 0-1 on Bassi. Now, of course, it's only been 4 men up and 4 men in the dugout, with the 3-run home run by Fish. He's, of course, the killer. But you never want to make the first out in any type of rally. Bassi trying to avoid that off of the shaky BDF. The 0-1 pitch. Hit up the middle. Too short. It's a slow roller. I think that's CP Fire. The throw is in time. Just got him. And a little bit of a commentator's jinx there as Bassi does in fact make the first out. And here is Legends. Legends at one point in the main league season as a true rookie with the San Francisco Jailbirds. This past season 29. Was batting at 500. I think at the end of the shortened season it dropped to like 380. If I remember correctly. Well, I don't think he's a .1 batter. Let's just say that. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. And that's popped in the air. This should be playable. BDF was slow to get to it. BDF makes a diving catch. And makes it look a lot more difficult than it was. And here is Moon. Well, BDF, always the showman. Showing off the leather despite giving up 4 runs in a row. Moon was pretty good last night, if I remember correctly. What was that? Oh, no. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, his internet went out. He went 1 for 2 with a single. Just still not bad. Keep yourself at 500. Comes a 1-0 pitch. Out deep third base side. That one almost got into the upper deck. Just hit off the railing, I think. So 1-1 count on its way. Here it comes from BDF. That one's hit up the middle. CP Fired is there. CP Fired makes the catch. And that will retire the side. Top half of the first. But not before 4 men cross the plate. 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors. None left. It was a real good inning for the Chicago Breeze. Aiden and Siegel singled before Drum had an RBI double. And Fishy's the killer, the 3-run home run down the left field line. So here comes Moon onto the mound, and BDF turns over from the pitcher's mound to the batter's box. Leading off tonight for Wichita. And swinging at the first pitch, that one easy. Fly out to right field. Looks like Legends is walking a little differently, as there is now one down in the inning. And here is the mop blocks. Mop blocks batting at a very brilliant 4.83, though I guess if you're a .4 batter, that's about where you want to be in KPB, everyone. I mean, there were so many .4 batters last night, as the mop blocks take strike one on the inside part of the plate. The high leg kick and the pitch, and it's outside 1-1. Moon looking to keep things simple here before throwing a pitch, already a 4-run lead. Something you'd like to see as a starter, as he gets that one to land on the outside edge. 1-2 the count now. 1-2 pitch. On its way. And the mop blocks waves for that one. Strike 3. First strikeout of the day for either side. And here comes the catcher father. Hopefully he wasn't the one putting down the signals. His catcher earache certainly not looking too good. Comes the first pitch, the father. And it's high, ball 1. Trying to get him to chase on one of those... one of those hard hooks, as here comes a 1-0. And that one's in there for called strike 1. Threw about the same pitch, just slightly lower. And father doesn't pull the trigger. Watches that one sail by. Moon is pitching pretty rapidly here and comes back with a 1-1. That one's hit well right field, but straight at Legends. And that will end the inning 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We go to the top half of the second. Your score still the Chicago Breeze 4 and the Wichita Wizards 0. Here comes Undesired Bucket leading off for the Chicago Breeze. The Bucket last night started out rather poorly. He went 0 for 3, if I remember correctly. No. Yes, he went 0 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt, but then his 5th time up, he led off with a single and came around to score on the RBI walk. He took strike 1 there. BDF still on the mound despite the tumultuous first. That one's low, 1-1. Try to get you your infield-outfield alignment for either team, but that one's going to be a little harder. That one's hit in the air, shortstop away. CP fires there. CP fire makes the catch. And there's one down in the inning. So here is Kirby representing Aruba. Nice little 3.64 batting average, and that's what you like to see at the bottom of the hole. It's like Murderer's Row out here. First pitch. Hit up the middle, center field. That one is going to be played on the hop. The center fielder was quite slow to react. It's going to be a 1-out single for Kirby, and here comes Aiden. Started off the day's scoring after he singled and came around to score on Drum's double. Only a half inning ago. Well, a full inning ago now, I guess. 1 away and 1 on here. Chicago Breeze looking to tack on more and send everyone home early. First pitch from BDF. Ooh, just outside, 1-0. Tried to blow the fastball, but couldn't find the zone. 1-0 pitch. Check swing, did not go around. Held up on a low curve. Count goes 2-0. That 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0, and now BDF looking like he's struggling to find the zone once again. Expect another get-me over here. The 3-0 pitch on its way in just a second. See if Aiden has the green light. Here comes that 3-0 pitch. That one is laced up the middle. Center field hit hard, but straight at that center fielder. And there is 2 away. Well, BDF perhaps a little lucky there. That was really a true get-me-over pitch. I think he threw an aim breaker in there. And Aiden, obliged, hit it hard. Just hit it right at the fielder. Here comes Seagulls. Also singled and scored in that first inning. Takes strike one, hook on the high part of the zone. A 1 pitch. Foul, first base side. 0-2 the count now. Runner at first is Kirby, 1-out single. 4-0 Chicago here, top half of the second. That 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. So, BDF racking up the pitch count. Comes here with a 34th. And that one is hit over the head of Dami at third base. He's not going to get that. That one's going to land. And it's going to be first and second. And 2 away. Well, another good piece of hitting. This time by Seagulls. 2 bloop singles for him today. Towards that left field side. Hit that one a little more off the end of the bat than he did the first one. It was a 1-hopper to left field. There's Drum. I believe it was first pitch swinging, crushed a 2-bagger that scored Aiden from second, excuse me. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. 0-2. Nice little, I don't know if it was a hard knuckleball or slow fastball, but either way, it was on that high and inside corner, and Drum didn't want to swing. So 0-2 pitch, BDF looking to put him away here. Here it comes. High, 1-2. Try to get him a chase at the ball above his head, but Drum did not oblige. Kirby and Seagulls dancing on the base pass here. Chicago looking to get a little 2-out rally. That 1-2 pitch. Oh, check swing, but in the zone. Called strike 3, and down goes Drum. BDF's first strikeout. Ends the inning. There is no score in the top of the second. No runs on, 2 hits. No errors, and 2 left. BDF breathes a sigh of relief. Could have been another bad inning for him. But we go to the bottom half of the second. The score is still Chicago 4 and Wichita nothing. Wizards coming to bat here with Dami. It's going to be Moon back out on the plate. I mean, on the mound, excuse me. As Dami takes ball 1. Looks like there is no catcher. Because, oh, someone left the game. What would you know? It was Bassie who left the game. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that one finds the corner for called. Strike 1. So count goes 1-1. And here's a drive. That one's going right center field. Carrying, and gone. Home run for Dami. And the Wizards get on the scoreboard here. 4-1 now. Oh. It was a little quiet from the Wichita crowd, but a bit more raucous now as Dami scampers around the base paths. Just saw a pitch in his wheelhouse and took it over the wall. 4-1. And here comes Kill the Beast Jake. Season 8 IPU All-Star with the St. Louis Archers, has the veteran, and in Season 29 he was playing with Honolulu. First pitch to Jake is high, ball 1. Tough luck, on Moon. It was a pretty good pitch. Here comes that 1-0. High, 2-0. So Moon a bit unsettled after giving up the leadoff home run to Dami. Once again, 4-1 now your score. Still pitching with a pretty good lead. Just keep it that way. There comes a 2-0 pitch from the left-hander. Kicks, winds, and deals. And that one finds his own low and outside corner. Called strike 1. Count goes to 2-1. So, the 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. That one's hit well. Left center field. This one getting down in the alley. And Killer Beast Jake looking for 2 here as he rounds first and heads to second. Center fielder, undesired bucket, up with the ball now. He gets the throw in. It's going to be nowhere near in time. And here comes Sucks with a leadoff double. I mean, a non-leadoff double, excuse me, with a no-out double. And looking to keep tacking on more. First pitch to Zay. In the for called strike 1. Zay Sucks, not to be confused with Zay Too Easy, who also plays in this league, if I remember correctly. He's part of the media team. I know that for sure. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, waves over the top of that one. Tried to check and couldn't hold up. 0-2 the count. Once again, not looking to be the first out of the rally. It's always a killer, especially if it's a strikeout. And that one's outside. 1-2. Tried to get him with the sinker. Did not fool him. Once again, we will be on the air shortly after the conclusion of this game as the 1-2 pitch is hit over the head of Fishies and down in right field in front of Legends, who has to play that on the hop. It's going to be... Oh, that ball gets away. That's a bad throw by Legends. Moon is not going to get to the home plate in time. And it is a trading of places RBI double. And I don't know if that's on Fishies or if that's on Legends out in right. Well, here comes MVQ KQ. And to finish my thought, we're going to be on the air shortly after the conclusion of this game. Morgana and I will be there for the OFL, Old Football League. That'll be my first OFL game of the season. Here comes the first pitch to MVKQ. That one's popped in the air. Sky high, no catcher. Gonna be tough play for Moon. Moon gets there in time. Well, he ran awfully far to make that play. And here comes Delta. Delta was a season 27 Sonic. It'd be unfair to say that he did poorly. He just didn't really play that much. I think he had a big hit in a rally in one of the later games as he checked swing strike 1. Had one at bat for the LA Reapers before he got traded with Doogie Pirate for Cappy. And, oh, I don't think anyone else got traded. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. 1-1 outside. Cappy, of course, now interchangeably known as Azer. Was Azer Niku, now he's like Azer Hajime or something like that. Here comes the 1-1. Bounding ball towards first base. Fishy's a little more reactive this one. Gets the out at first. The throw to third. In time! Oh, bad decision by Zay. It's a double play. 3 out recorded there to 5. And that will end the frame without any more scoring. But the lead is halved to 4-2. 2 runs on, 3 hits. No errors, none left. A solo shot by Dami leading off before Killer the Beast Jake doubles. And then Zay Sucks doubles him home, courtesy of a Legends throwing error. Here comes Fishies now. It's quickly behind 0-1. Looks like we got fielding changes, and I'm not going to bother with them. It is supposedly Fishy's Bassy Legends, 4-5-6, but Bassy left the game after grounding out short to first. And the Chicago Breeze are playing short-handed, down by 1 player. Here comes the 0-1, and that one's in there for a called strike 2. So BDF, after the shaky 4-run, 4-hit first, no runs on 2 hits last time out, was looking to keep it at 0s, but this is going to be trouble again. It's hit a right center field. Gap shot. Fishies off with the races and heading into second with a leadoff standing double. Well, That's not how you settle down, especially after getting back in the game 4-2. Last half inning, here comes Legends, looking to make up for that fielding error. First pitch. Check swing, but in the zone, called strike one. It's a tough pitch to hit. Slow hook at the wrists. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Legends wave to that one. Inside pitch, 0-2. He fooled with a nice little cutter. Dropped down even closer to his hands. So here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that one's hit in the air. Right field, this one is not going to get down. I think that's Demopoulos who makes the play on the fly, and the runner holds at second. So here is the pitcher Moon, looking to make up for giving up those runs his last time out on the rubber here. First offering. Hit in the air, right field way. This one is going to get down between first and right. And Moon is safe as the throw came into home for... Oh, I completely forgot about the runner at second. It is going to be runners at the corners here once they stop fooling around. Oh. They have Fishies in a rundown. I'm not even going to bother scoring that. The runner is safe at third, and Fishies out at home. Single. I completely forgot there was a runner on second. 9, 1, 5, 2, 5, 2 for the out. Check swing on Bucket, 1-0. So Moon now at third after Fishy's out on the base pass. That makes it 2 away. That one's hit in the air, but well foul, 1-1. So once again, the scoring, if I have it right, I guess I'd have to review the footage after, but right to pitcher to third to catcher to third to catcher for the out. And Moon, safe at third, advances on the throw. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That's hit in the air. Left center field. This one is dropping, but straight into the mitt of the center fielder, Zay, who makes the final out. So, BDF locked out once again, this time courtesy of some pretty terrible base running. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the third. The score still Chicago 4 and Wichita 2. CB Fire leading off here as a 9-hole in the bottom half of the third. As Moon begins his windup and throw strike 1 right down CB Fire's alley. Get you the fielding alignment for the Chicago Breeze. Outfielders left to right. Seagulls, Drum, and Legends. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's outside 1-1. Infielders left to right. Kirby, Aiden, Drum, and Fishies. No catcher and pitching Moon. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That one's hit in the air. Right center field. This one's going to be tough for Legends. Going to be tough for Bucket. Excuse me. As that one is going to get down. And CB Fired was thinking about 3. The throw comes into Aiden. I think I said it was Drum out in center field. That's my mistake. Drum is playing second and Bucket is playing center field. I knew that and I wrote it wrong. Well, either way, lead-off double for CB Fired. Enter the game batting 125. First at bat. It's a clean little 2-base hit. First pitch to BDF. Check swing on the ball outside. 1-0. Now BDF, once again, 4 runs in the first and 2 hits in the 2 innings after that, but no runs since that first inning. Just getting enough of the job done as here comes a 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air well, left center field. This one is gonna be given chase by Seagulls, and he watches it sail into the stands. A ground rule double makes it 4-3. CB fired crosses the plate, and here comes the second baseman to mop blocks. So RBI ground rule double. BDF helps his own cause. And that one was probably going to be 2 either way, and of course a run-scoring hit. So no harm really done by the ball sailing into the outfield seats. Moon now pitching with just a 1-run lead here. The mop block struck out swinging. His first time up in the first, that was BDF's first hit. He popped out to second to open up the bottom half of the first. Moon now pacing around. A little hard to get settled down, especially when you have no catcher. Just me back here. Mop blocks, and then Father to follow. Dami after that. 2-3-4 now coming up for Wichita. Moon steps off, and it is going to be Drum heading in to catch. And it is Flicks coming to play second. So my lineup is going to be moved around a little bit. The mop block takes strike 1. That one's hit in the air towards where the shortstop was. There is no shortstop. The throw comes into second to hold the runners at first and third. They're now playing with 8. Who just left? That would be Aiden who left. And that leaves another hole, and Drum is going to come back out to field. So it goes from second to catcher to short. Once again, bottom half of the third, and Wichita only trailing by 1 run now. It was looking all Chicago after that 4-run explosion top half of the first. But a lack of good decisions on the base paths by the Breeze in the second and third innings, as well as some poor fielding, has greatly assisted Wichita. Of course, a pair of doubles, and now a single by the mop blocks. With the run here in the third, the home run by Dami, and the pair of doubles by Kill the Beast Jake and Zay Sucks. Moon in real trouble here. He comes to the plate again. That's high ball 1. Father, first time up, flew out of right field, and he's getting intentionally passed for done. Interesting decision there by Wichita. It puts the force at any base, but there is no catcher once again. So BDF still at third. Demop blocks now at second, and Father at first. Pressure even more on Moon. Here comes the pitch. In there for called strike 1. Dami, his first time up, leading off the second inning on a 1-1 count. Crushed one to right center field off the grass for the first Wichita run. Looking to put Wichita in the lead, if not at least tie it, with 1 swing here. A 1 pitch. Out on its way, and just a minute from Moon. Here it comes. The southpaw sends one, and that one gets served to center field. Bucket has to play that off the hop, and BDF is safe at home. There is no try for an out at home. And here comes Kill the Beast Jake. They go station to station. Dami RBI single ties up the old ball game. And it's 4-4. And Wichita looking to put him away after they look down and out early on. So Kill the Beast Jake looks at the first pitch. It's high, ball 1. Once again he doubled to the alley in left center field and came around to score, courtesy of a fielding assist by Legends on the Zay Sucks double. Moon steps off, calls time. Steps back on again. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Check swing inside, 2-0. Once again, nobody at catcher. If you lay down a bunt, you're going to score a run. So I don't know if you can bunt without a catcher in KBB. That hasn't been made clear to me yet. Either way, here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he swings at that one. Strike one. Half-hearted attempt to hold up, but he kind of just let his bat go all the way through the zone. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Still, the hitter's count here for Kill the Beast Jake. Port side is ready. He comes to the plate, and that's outside. 3-1. Nowhere to put him. Has to make this pitch good here. Could be too good for Kill the Beast Jake. Dangerous hitter. Moon. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. That one. Oh, he watches that one sail by. I think he was expecting a fastball, and he got a slow curve. Full count here. 3-2. Still nobody out, so not the most stressful situations here for Jake, but certainly looking to get a good one here. Moon gets the imaginary sign. Hands over his head, he steps off. He didn't like the pitch. Oh, 3-2. Pitch on its way. Here it comes. Strike three, swinging. Oh, he got a good pitch to hit. It was a nice little mid-speed aim breaker in the heart of the zone, and Killer the Beast Jake goes down on strikes, first out of this frame. But yet again, another dangerous hitter who got a hit his last time up is a RBI double. Put that one in quotes. Still an RBI base hit. Runner at third is the mop blocks. Runner at second. Father and at first dummy. Moon still fiddling around with the ball. Needs to make all these pitches good now, at least for this half inning. He steps off once again. Here he comes. To the plate. The pitch. Inside. 1-0. One and zero pitch on its way. In there, called strike one. Slow hook at the hands. Found the zone. Pressure is still on Moon here. Comes once again. The runners are all in motion, excuse me. It was Father taking an incredible T-Bucks lead over at second. Of course, no threat of the check down with nobody behind the plate. Count goes 2-1 on the slow ball high. So, 2-1 pitch, here it comes. That one is hit well, right field. Legends is going to have to play that one off the hop. The mop blocks will score. The throw to first is in time! 9-3, your fielder's choice, RBI fielder's choice. Wow. Well, Legends perhaps could have saved further scoring in this frame. And VKQ comes up. Still two runners in scoring position, but now two away. In to score was the mop blocks. Legends was certainly not getting him. 0-1 the count on MVKQ, playing third base tonight for the Wizards. And the 0-1 pitch. High, 1-1. That one was mighty upstairs, another fastball. Moon is really slow down this inning, not just because of the level of contact he's given up, but also because he's stepping off the mound a lot. He comes with a 1-1, and that one finds the corner for called strike 2. So the 1-2 pitch is out on its way. There it comes. Outside, 2-2. Two pitch. That one popped in the air. This one might be trouble. This one might be down. Oh, it falls in no man's land and nobody's going to get it. And Dami is going to score after father, and that makes it 6-4. Or sorry. Makes that one a little more than... it makes it 7-4. Excuse me. Runners only at first base. Delta coming up. NVKQ on a 2-2 count gets the job done. And that is going to be the end for Moon. Get you that final line score on him in just a second. Intentional walk does not pay off. Father comes around to score, and nothing is done as a result of force. Ball 1 on Delta, 0 for 1. Grounded first to third, double play. Outs were recorded at first and third on the base paths. Here comes 1-0 pitch. Up the middle. That one's getting down. That's another base hit. And no reason to dive there. MVKQ made the turn, was never getting to third, and that's first and second. And still two men out. CB fired. Open up this bottom half of the third with a double. Came around to score, and bats once again here. The pitch. High, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Popped in the air. This should be the end of it. Fishies is under it. Fishies makes the catch. Not before. 5 men cross the plate for Wichita, and Moon is chased from the game. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. No errors, and 2 men left on base. This game has been turned on its head. It's now 7-3 Wichita. Once again, final line score for Moon will come in just a second. BDF is off the mound, and instead it is MVKQ. First offering to Kirby. He's on the high and inside corner, called strike 1. Kirby, then Aiden, then Seagulls. 9-1-2, except Aiden also left the game, so we'll see what happens. That one's low, 1-1. Final line score for BDF in just 1 second. That's in the air. Right center field. This one is going to go a long way. This one is over the wall and gone for a home run by Kirby while I'm looking down at my scorecard. He rounds the bases here. It's not enough to tie the game up, but it's now 7-5. Chicago's first run since the first inning, come here in the 4th. Well, Chicago on a real bad slide. Anaheim had won now 5 straight. And if Anaheim wins again tonight, they'll be first outright. So here, in fact, does come Seagulls. 2 for 2 today, 2 singles and a run scored. First pitch flies that one off foul, third base side. Final line scored for BDF in 3 innings. Gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Struck out 1, walked none. Gave up a home run, is not going to be the pitcher of record. He did not make it to the 5th inning, of course. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. In there for called strike 2. Just laid one in there. 1-2. Seagulls with a just sort of a expectant take there. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that one's hit foul. First base side, and we'll do it again. 1-2 still. We have a chance. Line score 4. Moon, that's what I was doing. 2 2/3 of an inning. 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Struck out 2, walked 1 intentionally. Gave up only 1 home run. Goes to show you what happens when you string hits together. That one is out to left field. And Delta makes a brilliant catch there. And there is one away. Here comes Drum. Got out of third without any further scoring. We'll see if he steps back on the mound to start the bottom half of the fourth. First pitch. Hit straight to third. Third over to first in plenty of time. And there's 2 down in the frame. Did Drum just leave? No. Well, either way, Chicago's down to 7 now. Which is not the end. That one's hit in the air by Fishy. That one is over the head of the second baseman and down Dummy. Not even going to bother throwing. It was not going to be in time. 2-out single for the playing manager. Here comes Legends. 0 for 2 today. Popped out to the pitcher and popped out a second. Fouls on one hard, third base side, 0-1. A 1 pitch. Check swing, high, ball 1. Fouls that one off again, and the count goes 1-2. That one's grounded through the hole, and it's going to be a tough play here by the second baseman. He's not going to get it. Legends is safe, and Fishies is going to score. Because Kobe Jake is AFK, Legends, I think he can run, but he's not gonna. So, RBI single. By Legends, and Fishies takes advantage of the AFK Kobe Jake. That makes it 7-6. That one's hit in the air. Center field. This one is not getting down. Oh, what the hell? It got through the hand of the center fielder. Just as I said, it's not getting down. It rolls all the way to the wall. In to score for a second was Legends. He probably would have scored if he kept running. There's going to be second and third. Outfield error. And a base hit for undesired bucket. Moon left the game, and I'm not... Oh, sorry. Is that Moon? Oh, it is. I thought Moon left the game, but he did. Okay. A little bit of a shaky commentary there for a second. Runners at second and third. 2 away. Chicago Breeze down by 1 here. Top half of the fourth. First pitch to Bucket. High, ball 1. Bucket 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center field. And popped out to pitcher. A 1-0 pitch. Popped in the air. Behind the plate. Father watching it, and it falls on his mitt for the third and final out of the top half of the fourth. But not before 2 men across the plate. Chicago get a pair back. 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error. 2 men left on base. And BKQ gets through the inning despite giving up a lot of contact. We go to the bottom half of the fourth. The score now, Wichita 7 and the Chicago Breeze 6. So here is Akko replacing BDF in the lineup. BDF, the RBI ground rule double, left the game after the 4 runs on the mound. Still Drum here pitching for Chicago. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Akko. And here's Demopoulos. Singled and scored in the 5-run third. First offering from Drum. Looking to keep things close here after Moon got chased from the game. Scoreless 1-2-3 inning in the first. Coughed up 2 runs on 3 hits in the second. And it was 5 runs on 5 hits and an intentional walk. Only got 2 outs in that third inning. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. That's high. High and outside, excuse me, 3-0. Yo, pitch. Here it comes. Hit in the air, center field, but that's Moon playing as the rover, and he makes the catch on the fly. So here is Father. Intentional walk and scored in the third. It was set up a force at every base. Didn't end up working. Father statue strike 1 down the heart of the plate. Looks pretty silly. Only I get to do that. Either way, here comes the 1-0-1 pitch, and he check swings high, ball 1. One pitch. High, ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. High and outside, 3-1. Drum can't find the zone here on Father. There comes a 3-1 pitch. That one finds the zone and Father fights it off. Count goes full at 3-2. Father then Dami, then Kill the Beast Jake. If Kill the Beast Jake is back at his computer. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one's hit well left field. This one is going to be caught on the fly by Seagulls to end the frame. So 1-2-3 go. The Wichita Wizards. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Good. Good inning of relief by Drum. We go to the top half of the 5th. The score still Wichita 7, Chicago 6. Kirby looking to get things started here in the 5th. It was a leadoff home run in the 4th. Can he do it again? Steps off and steps back in here. Still MDKQ on the mound for the Breeze after BDF left the game after the end of the 3rd inning. Kirby hits that one down the right field line. Dami is not going to get there, plays it off the hop. And Kill the Beast Jake receives the ball. Lead off single for Kirby. Looking to get the party started once again with Seagulls. Seagulls 2 for 3 today. Pair of singles in the 1st and 2nd, but flew out of left his last time up in the 4th. Gonna give a good ride again off of MVKQ. Here's the pitch. In there for called strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside check swing, did not go around. 1-1. Here comes a 1-1. Bounding ball in the air. Sorry. Second. I thought it would hit off the plate, and it's going to be a pop out. And there is 1 down, and here comes Drum. 1 for 3 today. Grounded 3rd to 1st. Last time out in the 4th. Struck out looking in the 2nd. RBI double way back in the 1st. Back when Chicago were in the lead Looking to tie up the old ball game here in the top half of the fifth. Still plenty of baseball to go. The pitch. Low, ball one. High, 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch in the air. Third base way. That's going to be caught, and there is 2 down. Here is Fishies, the PM. 3 for 3 today, triples shy of the cycle. 3-run home run in the first, doubled and was stranded in the third. Oh, sorry, he was out on the base paths on very bad base running by him. And he singled and scored in the fourth. Singled and scored. That one's hit to second on the hop. The throw to first is in time. And there is the third out of the top half of the fifth. No run. 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the fifth. The score still Wichita 7, Chicago 6. Outside 1-0. And the pitch again. Fouled opposite way. Opposite way is in the backstop. 1-1. Count goes to 2-1. Inside 3-1. And the pitch. In there again. But that one in the zone. The count goes full at 3-2. That one's up the middle. And that one is in the mid of undesired bucket. He catches that one at his shoelaces. And that's the first out. So Dami gives it a ride for the 3rd time today. But comes up empty for the 1st time today. So here is allegedly Kobe's Jake. And, oh, he steps in with a second to go. I thought he was still AFK. Drum is ready, and Drum obliges with the first pitch. That's way outside, 1-0. I don't know why you even bother to check swing at that. We all knew that was not finding the plate. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That one was high. He swung at it anyways. That is getting down, and this is not going to be playable for Moon. It is a 1-out single for Kill the Beast Jake. 1 for 2 today, and here comes Zaysux. 1 for 2. RBI fielder's choice. Last time up. Right to first, and an RBI double in the second. First offering. High, ball 1. That one's in the air. That one is down in front of Moon again. It's going to be a tough play at second. He's not going to get it, and everybody's safe. Another infield base hit. This one for Zaysux, and here comes MVKQ. One for 2 today. The relief pitcher with a 2 RBI single. His last time up in the 3rd, it was a real Texas leaguer. He got down to no man's land. 3 men converged and 0 men got it. On a 2-2 count. Got the job done. And knocked Moon out of the game. Drum comes quick with a 1-0 pitch. That one's foul, 3rd base side. That one makes it about 8 rows deep. And the count goes even at 1-1. Oh, that one's hit hard. Center field. Undesired buckets giving chase. That he's not going to get it. And it gets down and it falls to the warning track. In the score is Kill the Beast Jake. To third is Zay Sucks. He was rounding for a second, but he's not going to get there in time. It's a one-run double here with one away. And it is now an 8-6 ball game. Here comes Delta. Kill the Beast Jake scores, and Zay Sucks holds a third as Delta check swings at ball one inside. 1 for 2 today. Single to right field. His last time up in the third, grounded to double play in the second. And that one just clipped the zone on the inside part. 1-1 the count now. The pitch. Fouled to the back screen. 1-2. Runner at third is Zay Sucks. Runner at second, MVKQ. Here comes the pitch from Drum. Grounded ball through the hole where the second baseman would be. Moon is giving chase. Moon's going to have a tough play. He's not going to get it. Infield single. Once again, that's the third of the frame, and it makes it 9-6. So all the progress of the last inning slowly being erased, and then some. CB fired his fainting bunt. Runners are at the corners. And here comes Undesired Bucket to do perhaps the chore of pitching. High, ball one. Get you that final line score on Drum in just a second. He's responsible for both runners on at the corners. The pitch. Fouled away, 1-1. CB fired, 1 for 2 today. Both at bats coming in the third inning. He doubled and scored leading off, and he ended the inning popping to first. One the count. Here it comes from the right-handed sidearm man, and that one's low. 2-1. Two-one pitch on its way. Once Undesired Bucket decides what he's going to throw, he steps back on again here. Here he comes to the plate. That one is swung through by CB fired, and the count evens out at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on and 1 away here. Bottom half of the fifth, and Wichita looking to tack on more, now leading 9-6. Here's the pitch. And paint him on the corner. Down goes CP fired. Strike 3. And that is the second out of the frame. And here is Apple batting for Akko, who batted for BDF. Akko in 1 at-bat struck out swinging on 3 pitched balls. The pitch. Swung through, strike 1. And swung through again, 0-2. Chased one, low, low, low. Count goes 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase another one outside. And Apple hits the can. But not before the Chicago Breeze find themselves further in the hole. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 2 men left on base. Another man is knocked out of the box, and we go to the top half of the sixth. The score now, Wichita 9, Chicago 6. Here comes Legends. Single, RBI single, because Fishies took advantage of Kill the Beast Jake being AFK his last time up. Swing out the first pitch. That one's in the air. CP Fried giving chase. Delta giving chase. Who's got it? Delta's got it. And there is one away. Here comes Moon. Get you that final line score for Drum in just a second here. One and 2/3 inning in relief. 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 2, walked none. Here's a drive from Moon. Center fielder was awfully shallow, but he's going to make the play nonetheless. There is 2 away. Here comes the new relief pitcher, Bucket. Once again, he started 0 for 3. He sacrificed bunted. Of course, he can't do that here, and he got his hit in the 9th, his last time up. Finished the day 1 for 4. Looking to be 1 for 4 again here. Check swing in the zone. Strike 1. Pop out a pitcher, fly out of center field, and a pop out foul to catcher. In the second, third, and fourth innings, respectively. Now batting once again here in the 6th. As the count evens out at 1-1. There comes a 1-1 pitch. In there, called strike 2. Just found the zone. That new strike zone. Really making things a little more difficult in those cases. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a drive right field over the head of Dami. He turns around. It's off the wall and a base hit for undesired Bucket. It's a long single. He is in fact 1 for 4. Commentator's jinx helps out this time. And here comes Kirby, 3 for 3 today. Pair of singles and a home run. So it was 2 straight innings, 4th and 5th of Kirby leading off. No such luck here. Batting with 2 outs. And down by 3 once again. And the pitch inside 1-0. Oh, pitch from MBKQ. And 2 2/3 innings has given up 2 runs on now 6 hits. And the 1-0 pitch. Fouled. First base side. Count evens out at 1-1. One pitch. Outside 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 they count. That one is fouled. Count evens out at 2-2. That's high, 3-2. And the count goes full here. The runner will be in motion. That's undesired Bucket over at first. 3-run game. And the pitch popped in the air, foul. That one's finding the stands. Count remains full, 3-2. So, payoff pitch. Once again, here it comes. Right down the heart of the plate, and this one's getting served a country mile right field and gone out of here. A slow knuckleball down the heart of the plate, and I mean, what were you expecting to happen? Undesired Bucket will score ahead of Void Kirby, and we're back to a one-run contest, just like that. Let's see what the chat has to say. Nothing. So here comes Seagulls. 2 for 4 today. It's still MVKQ on the mound. Giving them now 4 runs in relief. People saying account sharing. Ugh. Account sharing in KPB, I doubt that. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Bounding ball foul, first base side. Two and 1 the count now on Seagulls. It's still MBKQ out there doing the pitching. Making this game close here in the top half of the 6th. It was 8-8 after 8.5, and we've already surpassed that here, 8 and 9. Deuce is wild here for the first time today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, nobody on. Top half of the 6th. 1 swing ties the game from Seagulls. Here it comes. That one's hit well. Right field. This is not going to tie the game, but this is going to get down by Domi. Has to play it off the wall. Rounding first and heading second. Seagulls. He's going to try for second. He's going to get it standing. 2 out double. Runner in scoring position for Drum, and he could tie the game. Well, we certainly have a close one here, and it's no thanks to pitching. First pitch of Drum is hit well right field, but right at Domi. And that will do it here in the top half of the 6th. But Chicago, who cop up 2 in the bottom of the 5th, get the 2 back. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 6th to score now. Wichita 9 and Chicago 8.
Excuse me, but I do have to go to the bathroom real quick if you are willing to take over the scoreboard real quick.
Good luck. Well, here comes the mop blocks. 1 for 3 today. Bottom half of the 6th inning, and he hits that one well left field, and this one is out of here. And just like that, it's back to 2-run game. 10-8 our score now. Undesired Bucket gives his first one up. Just really not making things very, very low scoring. Let's just say that. Here comes Father now. First pitch to Bucket, and therefore called strike 1. Ten to 8 our score here, bottom half of the 6th. The pitch. In there again, called strike 2. 0-2. I accidentally pressed something. Score is 10-8 as that one is hit. Foul, third base side, and count stays at 0-2. Not the leadoff man here in the 6th. That courtesy is Demoplock, solo shot. Once again, this one off of undesired bucket. Looking to finish what would be 1 2/3 innings. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low, ball 1. Losing pitcher record is still Moon, who gave up the 7 runs. Chicago has not yet tied the game. Winning pitcher as it stands is MBKQ, who, despite being just as ineffective as BDF, has finished the 5th inning and thus is in line for the win. Has not yet blown the game. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Check swing outside, 2-2. Father is 0 for 2 today, but he has contributed by way of run scoring. He was intentionally walked in the 3rd and came around to score on Zasuk's. On MVKQ's 2 RBI single. Count goes full here at 3-2 while I was looking away. I have no idea how I missed 3 balls in a row, but I did. Okay, so here comes the payoff pitch to Father. Oh, I forgot to score one. That's why. Bucket's ready. He comes to the plate. That one is hit in the air towards second base, and the catch is made in the air. And there is 1 down in the frame. Here comes Dami once again. 2 for 3 today. Hit it hard to center field, but came up just short, fly out of center. There's a pitch. In there, called strike 1, down Broadway. And Dami wasn't sitting on the fast one. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's high, but in the zone again. 0-2 the count now. Oh, 2 pitch. Out on its way here from Bucket. Hands to the chest. And the pitch. Hit in the air, left center field. This one's not getting down. Fishies is there. Fishies makes the catch, second out of the frame. And here comes Kill the Beast Jake. 2 for 3. Double, single, and 2 runs scored. The pitch. Swung through, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. On its way, here it comes. In there, called strike 2, 0-2. Kill the Beast Jake steps off. Hey. Oh. Steps back in again. And here's the drive, right center field, wakes up everyone once again after a long delay between pitches. Touch them all, Kill the Beast Jake. It is now, what is that, 11-8. We're back at a 3-run game. On an 0-2 pitch. Undesired Bucket makes one a little too good, trying to put him away. Second solo home run of the frame, and that might knock him from the game, and it's gonna. Get you that final line score on Bucket in just 1 second here. It's going to be Gahfred. One and 1/3 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 2, walked none, gave up 2 home runs. First offering from Gahfred was in there for called strike one. Jose sucks, and here's the drive now. Shortstop. Fishies plays on the one hop. The long throw is in time, and we will go to the stretch. Top half of the seventh. On our way in just a minute, but not before. Two men cross the plate. Pair of solo home runs. The mop blocks leading off, and Kill the Beast Jake on an 0-2 pitch with two away. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, none left. Top half of the seventh coming up. So your score now, Wichita 11, Chicago 8. Please stand by for just a second. We're back here in the top half of the seventh. It's now Father pitching to Fishies, then Legends, then Moon. First pitch from Fishies on the high and outside corner for called strike one. Once again, welcome back to KPB. Game 13 of the regular season between the Chicago Breeze and the Wichita Wizards. It has been all offense today. No pitcher has been effective. It's 11-8 Wichita. Homesiders have been out in front ever since their 5-run blast in the third made it 7-4. Chicago has come close to tying up the game, but has always been just out of reach. Still no pitch yet to Fishies. Made out his last time up before that was a perfect 3 for 3. Still a triple shy of the cycle. A single, a double, and a 3-run home run. And add one more run scored on that tally. That one's down the heart of the plate. That one's hit hard through MVKQ's glove at third base. And that is going to be a leadoff single for Fishies. Here comes Legends. 1 for 4 today now. After he made out his last time up, flying out to left field. RBI single in the fourth, and 2 pop-outs before that. Here comes the first pitch to Legends. Low and in on the corner for called strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one swung well left field. This one is bouncing off the wall. It's a base hit. Delta has to play it off that wall, and it's going to be second and third. What a monster crush by Legends. Just missed a home run. Swung and hit a ball well. That was, I guess, technically a strike by the new strike zone, but very high. So here comes Moon with a great chance to tie up this ball game, or at least drive in some runs here. Second and third, nobody out. Father in peril, yet to get an out here. This is his first inning of work. 7, 8, 9. Those are the 3 innings left to play. 7, 8, 9. Those are the men up, including Moon, following up. The right-hander's ready. And then he comes to the plate. And Moon chases one and fouls that one off. Out of play, 0-1. So here comes a 1 pitch to the starting pitcher for Chicago and Moon. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low, ball 1. Runner at second is Fishies, the PM. Runner at first, Legends. Father on the mound. Ready?
I am back
Okay.
this way, and I can take control.
All right. That's outside, 2-1. Boom, 2 for 4 today. A double and a single without at home. And that one was right down the pipe. And Moon did not hit it. Fastball straight up and at him. And it blew it by. And the count evens now at 2-2. Would be a big out here with runners at second and third. Nobody out. Father steps off. He's thinking about a pitch now. So, we have our 2-2 now. Here it comes. And Moon lays down a bunt, and Fishies is going to score. The play to first is just in the nick of time, and the ball gets thrown away, but to third. So, thankfully, no more harm done in the eyes of Wichita. Sacrifice, pitcher to third, RBI. And Legends advances to third, and Fishies crosses the plate. So, runner still at third, undesired bucket up. Back to a 2-run game. It's 11-9. Once again, Chicago has come close, as in a 1-run game, multiple times here. This is not going to get down. It's a brilliant catch made by the second baseman, and Legends was not on the bag. He could not tag on that. So, it still remains a 2-run game. Runner stays at third. But once again, as I was saying, Chicago has come within 1 run multiple times here. Kirby sends one to left center field. This one's getting down. We're back to a 1-run game. Legend will score. Rounding first and heading to second is Kirby. He's going to try. It's going to be a close one. He is in there safely. He slides feet first. And he comes up big. First pitch swinging. You can't say anything about a count sharing. That one was right down the pipe. Any of these top players should be expected to hit that one. Especially because it was fast and down the pipe. Well, here is Seagulls. RBI double for Kirby. He is now 5 for 5 today. Have yourself a day, Kirby. Seagulls takes ball 1. Seagulls 3 for 5 today. And the past 2 games now he is 4 for 10. That's still pretty good. Looking to be 5 for 11. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. And that's in there. Call strike 1. 1-1. Fastball by his hands in the zone. Tense one here. Certainly not a pitcher's duel. 11-10 as here comes the 1-1. Check swing. Ball was outside. 2-1. Sweeper didn't find the zone. So here comes the 2-1 pitch from the right-hander who kicks, winds, and deals. And he swings over the top of that one. The Deuces go wild at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on here. 1-run game, top half of the 7th. Still 2.5 frames left to go. Seagulls looking to tie it up right now, right here. First time today. And Chicago will have tied the game back up. Father looking to keep it right here. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Check swing inside. Big take there by Seagulls on another sweeping ball. The count goes full up 3-2. First base empty. Don't have to challenge him too hard. Father probably doesn't want to give up the walk though, knowing him. Here comes the payoff pitch. And that one was on the inside part of the plate, and Seagulls had a swing, and Seagulls did not bother running it out. Unassisted ground out to third to end the frame, but not before 2 more men cross the plate again. Sacrifice bunt by Moon, and an RBI double by Kirby. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Your score now, Wichita 11, Chicago 10. Delta batting for the first time here. MVKQ appears to have left the game. And he has. As that's fouled to third, Kirby will not make the play. The count goes 0-1. So Delta is 2 for 3 today. Singled and scored a run in the 5th. Scored Zay from third base. And singled and was left stranded in the 3rd as he takes strike 2 down the heart of the plate. Count goes 1-2. So here's the pitch from the left-hander. That one's hit well straight at Fishies at shortstop. And that's the first out. And here comes CP Fired. 1 for 3 today. Started the day off with a double and a run, but since then, a pop-out and a strikeout looking has made him 1 for 3. Shows bunt here. Certainly not bunting. First pitch. Watch a strike 1 down the heart of the plate. 0-1. CP Fired, and then it will be Apple to follow, I believe. Could be someone else. Count goes 0-2. CP Fired watches another strike down the heart of the plate. And he shows bunt once again. Steps out. Calls time. Steps back in. The 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And it's outside, 2-2. Started out 0-2 and is back in the count here. Even Stevens. At the pitch from Gahfred puts him away. Down goes CB Fired. A little fun fact about Gahfred and CB Fire, they were teammates on the season 27 Philadelphia Surge. Here comes Epoch, 4th man to bat in the first position. Take strike 1. And there's a drive left center field. This is getting down and gets past the center fielder, and it's going to be more than a single. Epoch rounds first, heads to second. The ball is still not yet up in the outfield. The center fielder finally gets to it. It's going to be a 2-out triple. Epoch sucks off the bench. And the dangerous Demopolok's up now with a prime chance to extend the lead once again. Solo shot his last time up. Singled and scored in the 3rd. 2 for 4 today. Looking to make it a 2-run contest once again. Takes strike 1 in the high and outside corner, 0-1. Should have been a single, but an outfield error makes it a triple. And there's a drive. Left center field, and the error cost him right away. In to score is Epoch. And the second is going to be Demopolok's. It is, in fact, 12-10. RBI double. And here comes Father. Just gave up 2 runs on the mound. Would love to help his own cause. 0 for 3 today. Intentional walk and a run score. That's it. Take strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1-1. On deck Domi. Dangerous man. Started the day 2 for 2. But since then 0 for 2. Still giving a good ride. Both those 2 outs. His father check swings and 1 around of 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 pitch, and down goes Father. Strike 3. And he will head to the field, but not before 1 man crosses the plate, courtesy of an assist from an outfield error. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Epoch triples off the bench. Demopolok doubles him in. We go to the top half of the 8th. The score now, Wichita 12 and Chicago 10. It's going to be drum here for The Chicago Breeze as he takes ball 1. 1 for 5 today. RBI double in the first. Came around to score. Nothing since then. A strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out and a fly out. Well, he's got a cycle of sorts. Only thing that he needs is a line out. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a drive down the right field line. This one's getting down just to the left of the foul line. It's going to be a clean little bloop single, and here comes Gahfred for his first batting chance today. So Drum with the lead-up single, now 2 for 6, salvages the day. Fishies, who I believe is on deck, by the way, 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 3 RBIs, courtesy of the 3-run home run. Gahfred takes strike 1. Gahfred, 1-0 on him. He was a San Francisco jailbird in Main League in season 29. I didn't find that out until after the game because I didn't know he changed his name to Umi Asanagi. So everyone's moving around, and looks like a couple more people left the game probably is what happened, as the 1-0 pitch is in there, called strike 1, just clipped the low part of the zone, evens the count. Should be Fishies and then Legends to follow. Runner at first is Drum. One of the many men to take the mound tonight. And once again, nobody has been effective on the mound. For Chicago, it was Moon starting, gave up 7 runs, then Drum 2 runs, then Bucket 2 runs. It's Gahfred now. He's given up a run already for Wichita, BDF, MVKQ, and Father. I'll give you the line score on MVKQ in just a second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one is hit well. Right field, down the line. Demopoulos will round second and try for third. The ball's fished out of the corner. It's going to be second and third. Demopoulos is not going to go home. And here, in fact, comes Fishies. Gahfred's first batting chance pays off. It's a big double. And Chicago could tie the game for the first time tonight. Two men on in scoring position. Should have finished that thought. Father steps off here. Yet to get an out here in the top half of the 8th. After this half inning, 1.5 more to go. The pitch. In there, called strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And that's in there again, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it's a bunt, and a run will score. Drum is in, and they're oh my goodness gracious. It's going to be an RBI bunt single for Fishies. And I have no idea why they didn't just bother getting the out at first. So Gahfred holds at second. He is safe. And now Aiden is up for the first time since the second inning. Batting where Legends did. So I'm expecting the lineup to move around a lot now. That one's in the air. Sky high. Second base way. And the catch is made, and there is one away. It's 12-11 now. Runners at first and second. And here comes Legends. Should be Moon after that. And then Undesired Bucket to follow. There's a drive left field. This one getting down. And Gahfred read it well. He's going to come to score, and this game is finally tied. The third is Fishies. He is safe. Legends ties the game, RBI single, and here comes Moon with a chance to avenge, giving up 7 runs on the mound starting. I have to say, Gahfred and Fishies really read that well. They knew it was getting down with limited infield and outfield. That one was down the heart of the plate, and Moon fouls it off. Third base side, out of play. The 0-1 pitch to Moon. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I would not be surprised if Moon tried to bunt here. Inside, 1-2. Fishy's taking a tremendous lead from third. Legend staying a little closer to the bag at first. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside, check swing. 2-2, the count on Moon. Is in fact undesired bucket to follow as here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Moon. There is now 2 away. So Kirby on deck, by the way, 5 for 5 today, with a pair of home runs to total up 4 RBI in addition to RBI double. As Bucket takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch, low, 2-0. And the pitch. Check, swing, but in there. Strike 1 on Bucket. Bucket looking to salvage today. Started 0 for 3, got his hit, but is at 1 for 5. Would love to get up to 2 for 6. And this would be the great time to do it. Tie game 12-12. First time Chicago have had a tie game since, well, since the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd inning when it was 4-4. Ended up giving away the game there on the 5-run 3rd. They have battled back from down 7-4. Have been trading pairs of 2s. And finally get that tie game. 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, now 2 in the 8th. Can it be 3? It's a full count at 3-2. No one is at 3rd. Fishies was nailed by CP Fired, but no one at 3rd, as I said. So they breathe a sigh of relief. Here comes that payoff pitch to Bucket. It's down the heart of the plate. It's up the middle. It's through the box. It's going to be a tough one at second. It's not in time. The throw to first is in time. Oh, saved at the death. If Bucket reached, it would have been a 13-12 game. Chicago's first leads in the top half of the 1st. Instead, we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 2 left on base. Father blows the game and gives up 4 runs in 2 innings. But we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's just a tie game at 12-12. It's going to be Gahfred still pitching here for Chicago. And first pitch is high to Dami, ball 1. Dami, 2 for 4 today. Solo shot in the 2nd. RBI single in the 3rd. Came around to score both times, of course. Here comes the 1-0. Swings through that one. Strike 1 way early on that one. Dami, Kill the Beast shaken. Zay sucks. Heart of the order, 4, 5, 6. As Dami swings through another one, 1-2. Can't find the bat and the curve together. So here comes Gahfred pitching quick. 1-2 is hit weakly to first. Bounding ball, but to Moon, who fields it cleanly, and there is now 1 down in the bottom half of the 8th. Wichita, 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd to take the 7-4 lead. 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, only 1 in the 7th. That's why we're at 12-12, as Killer Beast Jake takes inside 1-0. For Killer Beast Jake with 2 outs in the 6th. He crushed one, a right center field that made it a 11-9 game. As here comes a long throw, and he's out 3rd to 1st. Here comes Apple. Pinch hit in the 5th inning. Struck out swinging. Left the game. He's back now. Batting in the place of Zay sucks. There's a drive. Right center field. This one's getting down. This one's finding pay dirt. Rounding first and heading to second is Apples. Undesired bucket up with the ball. The throw will not be in time. Stand up, 2-out double for Apple. And here comes Delta with a chance to retake the lead for Wichita. Batting in the place of MVKQ. I guess he left the game. There comes the pitch. Check swing in there for a strike. Strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. In the air. Center field shallow. Bucket's giving chase. This is going to be a tough one. Bucket has to play it off the hop. This might score a run. Apple is trying. It's going to be a tough one at the plate. It's not in time. Apple scores, and it's 13-12 Wichita. He reads it all the way, running with 2 outs, and Delta comes up clutch. A floater that finds pay dirt. That's a tough break for Gahfred. I probably should have got the out there. Bucket did not read it very well. Here comes CP fired. Count evens out on him at 1-1. One and two now. And a weak ground ball to third. Third over to first. That will end it, but not before Wichita retake the lead here. It's going to be another tough task for the Chicago Breeze. To the top of the 9th we go. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left as it stands. Delta is the hero. It is Wichita 13, Chicago 12. But Boyd Kirby is up. He's 5 for 5 today. And he is looking to make it 6 for 6. Should be Kirby, then Seagulls, then Drum. 1, 2, 3 now in the order. Here comes the pitch. On the outside corner for called strike 1. Kirby has swung at a lot of first pitch strikes. Not this time. It is Father looking to put it away after blowing the game. He's now pitching once again with the lead. The 0-1 pitch. In there on the high and inside corner, strike 2. I can't quite remember what team Kirby was on, mainly. I know Father was on the Bombers, the ill-fated Bombers. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that is scooped out to third. CB fired, plays it, and Kirby is out for the first time today, and probably the worst time to get out. Here comes Seagulls, 3 for 6. A double in the 6th, his last hit. 2 singles in the 1st and 2nd. Grounded out to first, his last time up in the 7th. First offering from Father on its way. Here it comes from the righty. In there, called strike 1, top part of the zone. 0-1 pitch. Out on its way here. There it comes. And that's fouled. First base side. Count goes 0-2. Father. Another very advantageous position here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Right center field. This one is just going to be short of a home run. It's down and over the wall. Ground rule double for Seagulls, and here comes Drum, 2 for 6 today. Singled and scored his last time up in the 8th. Last chance for the Chicago Breeze to force the ball in the 9th here. They tied it up late, the last time out before getting walked off in the ball in the 9th. Looking to put themselves at least in the chance to force extras once again. First pitch to Drum. Sculpted to shortstop. And there's 2 away. Good thing Seagulls got back quickly, or that was going to be a pretty unfortunate end to the game. Well, here is Gahfred. If he can't score the run here, he will be the hard-pressed loser in relief. He's probably pitched the best out of all the relievers today and could be the loser. Here's the pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. Strike one. Gahfred was not ready for that. He doubled and scored his last time up in the 8th. Was singled home by Legends. 0-1 now on the last reliever out of the pen for the Breeze. The pitch. High and in the zone. Strike two. Down to their final strike are the Chicago Breeze. So, 2 strikes. No balls. Father comes to the plate. High, ball 1. Game of fine margins here. It has been batting all the way. Could the top of the 9th be the only inning of the pitcher? Let's wait and see. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Outside. Deuce is wild at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner at second base. 13-12 game for the homesiders, looking to put away the Chicago Breeze. Father gets a sign from the imaginary catcher. He comes to the plate. It is... Oh! That just caught the inside part of the plate. Strike 3. Ring him up. Gahfred is sitting in silence as he kicks the dirt. That will do it here in the top half of the 9th. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left, a big strikeout, and the Wichita Wizards just hold on by the score of 13-12. The winning pitcher in relief is Father. All 3 pitchers, by the way, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits. Pretty interesting day. Get you that final line score for Father. Yep, 3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Struck out 2, walked none, gave up no home runs. The losing pitcher, Gahfred, in 2 1/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Struck out 1, walked none, and also gave up no home runs, but he exits as the loser. The worst pitcher of the day was Moon. 2 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Struck out 2, walked 1, intentionally gave up a home run. Well, that does it. Once again, winning pitcher Father, losing pitcher Gahfred, both the last men out of the bullpen. Luke, you want to review a hit? We'll post the VOD to our YouTube channel. It's linked to the link tree. You can check that out after the sometime after the conclusion of this game. It should be out at the latest sometime tomorrow morning. All right, well, that's all there is to it from Kauffman Stadium. Wichita Wizards 13, Chicago Breeze 12. Wichita to 8-5, Chicago to 9-4. If Anaheim win today, they'll be outright first. Wichita, I think, are tied for 3rd. Well, this was Catalyst at the microphone, joined by user broadcast engineer, saying thank you for watching, so long, and we hope to see you again for another broadcast. Once again, we'll be on later tonight for the OFL. This is Capitalist saying thank you, so long, and I am signing off now. Good night.